let's move on to business. I'm really curious.
Okay.
What business apps, platforms do you recommend? And I know business is a very broad topic, so maybe you can split it in like several subsections.
All right. We can split it up. We'll talk about maybe how to use it as a form of payment, maybe how to, if you're running a small business, how to do it for taxes, and personally, how you would use it. So I'll start with personally in business. One of the first things you need to do as anybody, just not having a business, you need to be able to budget either for yourself or for your business. And one of the apps that I use is called YNAB, or You Need a Budget. And what it lets you do is it'll synchronize up to your bank account, your credit cards, all your bills, and anything you have, any money you have coming in and coming out. So it'll generate a number. And that number, again, will be the amount of money coming in. And you'll budget yourself based on the money you already have coming in for the month. So you can clearly see where your expenses are going. Personally, it's helped because maybe you have a subscription to YouTube Premium, or maybe you have like a subscription to Hulu, Netflix. You have all these things, all these bills coming in, and you want to be able to plan for things you want to do the next month, the month after that. It's good to actually see it in front of you. Usually you can't plan for anything you don't measure.
Right.
Having a budgeting app is like the next step up from just tossing all your numbers in Excel every month. Makes it a lot easier. And it makes it so if you want to adjust something, maybe like, oh, I feel like I need $20 more this month. You can easily see, oh, maybe I'll just cancel my Hulu subscription.
Yeah, maybe I don't need HBO, Hulu, Disney Plus, and Netflix.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe Star Wars is over this month. I can cancel Disney Plus. I can move on. Next month, I'll bring it back. But it allows you to move how you want to move to get done what you need to get done. And having a budgeting app, again, allows you to see it and plan out. It's even more important if you actually do have your own business. Because, again, most businesses do fail because of the lack of capital in the first couple of years.
Yep.
So when you're navigating this treacherous business road, you need to be able to keep your business light as possible, keep your expenses down. And to do that, you kind of need to be able to see, navigate your way through. So you need to see what's coming in, what's coming out. And if you need to change something, you need to be able to do it at a drop of a hat. And being able to see it means I can do it now versus waiting to the end of the month when maybe I didn't have enough money to cover something or whatnot. So budgeting app, definitely my first, I guess, piece of advice.
Right. Let me tell you how a caveman like I am. I still do my budgeting on paper, pen and paper. I know you would not agree, but I'm not an Excel guy. I don't really like Excel, but I totally agree with you. Seeing it in front of you, seeing the numbers, and asking yourself like, is this really an important part of my life right now? And then you know where to cut or where to add, or let's say, so I can go back to my fifth streaming account because I've got some extra cash today or this month. Right. What would be next? So that's budgeting.
That's budgeting. And with any business comes taxes. At some point in the year, you're going to have to pay taxes to somebody, to someone, to something, no matter what you're doing, whether you're investing your money in stocks, whether you're losing money right now in Dogecoin. No matter what you do, you're going to have to, at some point, pay taxes. And using apps like, for example, I use Quickbooks for just your normal expenses, the day-to-day. QuickBooks will keep tabs of literally everything. My once-a-year taxes would be like a TurboTax. They're managed by the same actual company. QuickBooks is more your day-to-day, all your purchases. Your TurboTaxes will be your final income at the end of the year. I do my taxes in less than 20 minutes every year. And this kind of saves me a lot of time, stress, headache. And that's doing taxes when I'm making money abroad. Normally, you would have to have extra different types of forms and whatnot. Saves me a lot of time. And I always know no matter what I'm doing that everything's like squared away. A lot of people are investing in, again, like crypto and stocks right now. And what people may not realize is that even though your Dogecoin's gone up from 5 cents to 40 cents, you still have to pay taxes on that. A lot of these profits in these games aren't necessarily untaxable. So you still gotta, just get your forms at the end of the month or at the end of the year and pay on it. So having these apps just makes it a lot easier for you and saves you some trouble down the road.
All right, just one question. Is it a subscription app?
No, these apps are actually free.
There you go.
Like, QuickBooks is free. TurboTax, you may have like a small payment when you actually file the taxes, but even then, this is less than $50 for like the whole year. It's not compared to like your actual salary. It's not that crazy.
Or missing out on taxes and having to pay fines.
Yeah, definitely. Compared to paying fines or anything like that, it'll save you a lot of money in the long run.
All right, so we talked about budgeting, taxes. What else do you recommend that's like really important to keep track of?
The next one, I guess, is more geared toward people who are actually running their own personal business. So one of the things everybody needs is a way to manage their payments, whether it's invoices or payments they're sending out. So one of the apps I guess I could recommend would either be PayPal or Square, if you use a Square terminal. Yeah. So depending on how you accept payments, would probably determine which route you go. But either PayPal, Square, Venmo, these type of things are something you're definitely going to need if you want to accept payments online. Because if you can't accept payments online, what are you going to do? Wait for somebody to hand you a check, or just going to have cash? And if you don't have a physical presence, then it kind of makes doing any type of business almost impossible. So this is kind of one of the first things you need. I have a product, but how do I get the money after I put out my product?
Right.
So having some type of payment app is definitely going to be your bread and butter as a business owner.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of PayPal, and PayPal it's connected to all my accounts. I just do all payments through PayPal as long as it's allowed. I know that sometimes the fees are a bit high, but it comes with the game,
Yeah, and there's also, doing business, there's other things besides even like the fees. Like you have your, for example, with PayPal, you have your seller's protection and whatnot. Like sometimes I sell a lot of stuff online and on eBay and stuff like this. And just having that extra little bit of seller protection has definitely come into play a few times. So besides just being able to process your payments, when things go south, business is between people. Things don't always work out. So sometimes you need that backing of a bigger company to kind of give you that peace of mind for your bigger sales and whatnot.
I've also recently started using Payoneer. It's like another version of PayPal.
Okay.
But for some reason, I can connect Payoneer to my bank account, but I cannot connect PayPal to my bank account. So I managed to connect the three together. Any other business apps, platforms that you have in mind?
I guess business, again, is really going to depend, because like you may have employees and that takes in a whole different avenue. You may need to be able to manage not only, again, like a budgeting app, you're managing what you're doing. If you have employees, now you got to manage what everybody's doing. So you may need to be able to schedule, scheduling apps may be a thing for you.
Yeah.
You may use a shared calendar or something like that. But there's just so many aspects to business.
I know.
Employees just is a whole nother dimension.
Right.
So if you need to manage people as, completely different.
What I used a lot while I was in Thailand, I want to say in the sense that of business-wise, making money, I use Fiverr. And Fiverr is a great app, and it's a great platform to, to make some side income, and at the same time to get some work done at fairly decent prices. And the other business app that I use a lot is Upwork. Upwork is same. It's like a marketplace for everything you need. And usually I use it when, unfortunately, people hack my website and I'm panicking and I don't know what to do. I have this one guy I always go to, and he's not cheap, obviously. But he fixes my website very fast. It hasn't happened in the past, let's say, 3 years. My website hasn't been hacked, but I always stay in touch with him and make sure that I have a contact to go to if if things are going south.